Morning, guys. So we did a little video, didn't I, about safety tips and stuff, and the amount of women sort of going into the sex industry, who probably wouldn't normally, and never have, due to obviously the situation we're finding ourselves in. So I thought I would sort of use my knowledge to sort of help guide people. I mean, I'm not going to say, let's all get up and start working in the industry. But I mean, once you've made your mind up, I'm not going to sit here and be an hypocrite and tell you not to do it. I'm sort of going to tell you sort of the best things that you could do that are going to help you really. I mean, this one's going to be about getting a job in a parlour. So if you've made the decision that's what sort of what platform you're going to sort of work from, as opposed to escorting, working from home and stuff like that. So first of all, you've got to pick the right parlour, and you've got to take things into consideration, obviously, when picking one, because obviously you want to go and work in the one that's going to earn you the most money, aren't you? So pick your area. What area do you want to work in? Sort of what town, sort of that sort of thing. I mean, do you want to travel? Are you okay to work in your own area? I mean, don't forget, you've got to really consider this, especially if you're going to sort of work undercover. You don't want anybody to know about it. Probably best to go sort of out of town, really. I mean, there's no guarantees that somebody's not going to see you. That you're not going to bump. I'm not going to tell you just because you've gone out of your own city, you're definitely not going to bump into somebody because we all know, you can go to Skegness and you bump into somebody from your own town, don't you? But obviously it does lessen the chances, So pick your area, sort of decide sort of if you want to work in a massage parlour or a sauna, and there is a difference. Now, a sauna is sort of like where there'll be quite a few girls really. And there's normally like jacuzzis there, the video, porn rooms, steam rooms, and that sort of thing. And although the majority of them are open during the day, it is more of a nighttime thing. So they are different class of customers. So you need to decide which ones for you. A massage parlour is like maybe 2 girls, 3 girls a day. It's open during the day. It does open a little bit at night, but so the hours are normally from about 10 till, I don't know, 9 at night, And again, they are different sort of clientele. I mean, in a sauna, it's more like, imagine sort of like people on stag do's, and they're all getting drunk and sniffed up and, and sort of the massage parlour, they're kind of like, you sort of guys who just work on the way home from work or passing through, businessmen, things like that, really. So you sort of decide which one of those is for you, and do your research as well. Sort of see if there has been any issues at that place where you've picked. Has there been any sort of drug raids? Has there been any illegal immigrant raids? Has there been any attacks? That sort of thing. See what sort of nationality the girls are that work there. Are they bringing the heat on? I mean, there's a lot are trafficked, and a lot are meant to be in this country as well. So take all that into consideration as well. You need to also look at the reviews of the girls there as well. I think this gives you a little bit of an insight into what sort of girls you're going to be working with. And it also, when customers do go and write a review, there always is a little bit on what the parlour's like, whether it's nice and clean or staff friendly, things like that. I think that just gives you a little bit of an insight reading other girls' sort of reviews. And we'll list where you can go and read them as well at the end. There's also a website called George McCoy. Now, he wrote some books. He's like a dirty old punter, to be quite honest, but he writes about everything. Street girls. It's like a what do you call it? A sat nav, but for the sex industry. And in there though, he writes reviews on each place. Now, that's a good book to buy as a working girl, because it gives you a list. It gives you a book full of all the different saunas and the opening times. It tells you if there's a high or a low turnover of staff. Now you want to have a low turnover of staff. They're the ones that you want to go for, because the high turnover means that they can't keep there's constantly new staff coming and going. Now you're going to ask yourself, why is that? And that's really basically because the girls are coming and going and not staying for simple reasons that they're not busy enough for them. So the girls have got to move on, because obviously you're there to earn money, aren't you? Find out how well advertised the places that you're going to pick, because obviously there is competition. Whatever area you go to, there's going to be multiple places. So check out the one that you're warming to. Check out what their adverts is like. Are they advertising enough? Because even though you can put advert in yourself and say, I'm here on such and such a day, it is the massage parlour itself that are going to get you the customers in through them doors. And then obviously the customers are going to either choose you or whoever. They've got a choice once they got in, but they've got to get those customers through that door. So check out how they're advertising. Check out the website. See how many views the website's had. That sort of thing, really. Also, you need to sort of see where they're advertising. Are they advertising in the right place? Is it going to generate you some traffic? Is it worth you travelling? You can also put your own ad in, like I say, and sort of, it doesn't mean you have to work from home or anything like that, but you can do a thing, like it's called touring, and you put your place and where you're going to be. I mean, if you're going to if you're going to do it more than sort of one day a week, say you're going to do it 3 days a week, go to different areas and sort of change your touring place. Like, say Thursday, you're going to be in Leicester, and advertise yourself that way. Always have another identity as well, so you can cut off and you can be sort of that other person, really. What else do I need to cover? Yeah, so also, now you pick your picture place. You need to sort of get it, normally now when you ring up, and it's always been like this, I imagine it's still like this now, you get what's called a working interview. Some places do want you to go in and sort of and meet them and just have a chat, sort of that sort of thing, but most places do offer what's called a working interview, which means you will go and do a full shift. So it's not like just do one customer and you're coming home. It is like a full shift you're going to do. 9 times out of 10, don't be worried. You hear scary stories and stuff. It's women who run these places, so you're not going to go in and have to sleep with the boss or anything like that. These places are run professional. These places are run like your corner shops run. It's a professional establishment, and it's their bread and butter. And for it to be a long established place, they're doing something right. So don't think that's going to happen, and if you are ever put in that position, just walk out. I also sort of what to take on your first day, because I can remember when I sort of turned up at Caesar's. It's the first massage parlour I'd ever worked in. I mean, it's a sauna, so it was really busy. I went in a bloody denim skirt, cowboy boots, and a fucking vest top. I earned money, but fucking hell. So basically what you're looking at wearing, and at least taking with you as well. So wear a little, what you feel comfy in, really. Little black dress with some heels, that sort of thing. A little clutch bag, so you can always keep your condoms and your money in it, which doesn't leave your bloody side. In your bag, sort of have a little bit of, different underwear, maybe a different pair of shoes, some different, stockings if you've not got stockings on, toys, baby wipes, your makeup, sort of stuff like that, really. Yeah, and that's all there is to it, really, guys. I'm going to list you some sort of websites now. Now, there's one called the Red Project, and on there's also safety tips on there. That it's a charity for working girls, but there's some very good information on there, so go check that out. That is how do you say it? theredproject.co.uk. Right then, there is a thing called nationaluglymugs.org, and on there you can report customers, You can check customers' numbers, see if anybody's reported them before. It's a really, really, really brilliant site. So for anybody who's working in the sex industry, new, old, get joining that site. Excellent, absolutely excellent. And then there is, I've only just found this as well. Now there is a place where men go on and put reviews on, and it's called like Punternet, and I can't remember the other one now. But anyway, it's like that, but for women. And again, it tells you where, if there's been attacks, it warns you about other people, and some brilliant advice on there. And it's SAAFE.info. Okay. Now, as I mentioned a minute ago, you can sort of put your own advert in as well, whether that's to work from home or whether it's to just, get a few more customers in, because the place where you're going to go and work, they won't mind you bringing your own customers. I mean, they earn money off you, don't they? So I've just listed a few places you can advertise. One's called Crazy Oz, and that's free. One's called UK Adult Zone, that's also free. Viva Street and Adult Work, they do sort of charge you to have your number put on. So yeah, go check them out, guys. And I hope this has helped anybody to sort of do things a little bit, wiser, sort of helps anybody or does help anybody. So I'll see you soon, and keep your eyes checked at it. Keep looking out for the safety tips that I'm going to put on later.